5:17 hours, Persian Gulf. 47 nautical miles south of Bandar Abbas, the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group maintains standard patrol formation under pre-dawn twilight. Sea state 2. Visibility 12 miles. Then air search radar detects multiple low-altitude contacts, accelerating southward from Iranian coastal bases. The tactical action officer aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln processes the threat matrix in seconds. 12 inbound contacts. Speed 180 knots. Altitude 200 feet. Radar cross-section consistent with Shahed-136 loitering munitions. Time to engagement envelope 11 minutes. The carrier increases speed to 28 knots. For our Lebert-class destroyers, pivot outward, forming an overlapping defensive screen across 40 nautical miles of open water at 5:19 hours. The first defensive layer activates. 2. A-18E Super Hornets from Strike Fighter Squadron VFA-25. Already airborne on combat air patrol, receive vector coordinates. They accelerate to 450 knots, descending to 5,000 feet. Targeting pods acquire 8 of the 12 inbound UAVs. The lead pilot achieves radar lock at 22 nautical miles. Weapons-free authorization transmits in under 4 seconds. At 5:21 hours. 4A IM-9X Sidewinders leave the rails. The infrared seekers track heat signatures from the Shahed power plants with absolute precision. Impact sequence begins at 80 nautical miles. First, UAV disintegrates at 5 hours 21 minutes and 34 seconds. Second, at 5 hours 21 minutes and 37 seconds. Third and fourth, obliterated simultaneously at 5 hours 21 minutes and 41 seconds. Debris fields scatter across 3 square miles of open water. 8 UAVs remain inbound. The USS Lake Erie, position 14 nautical miles northwest of the carrier, assumes fire control authority for the remaining threats. The Aegis combat system tracks all 8 contacts simultaneously. RIM-162 evolved Sea Sparrow missiles arm in their vertical launch cells. Engagement range 27 nautical miles. The tactical clock counts down at 5:24 hours. 6 missiles erupt from the destroyer in 3-second intervals. Exhaust plumes streak upward before pitching horizontal, racing toward their targets at Mach 4. The first ESSM intercepts UAV number 5 at 5 hours 24 minutes and 52 seconds. 15 miles from the carrier, the warhead's expanding, rod penetration system shreds the drone into fragments no larger than a human fist. 5 more detonations follow in rapid succession. The Persian Gulf erupts with overlapping shockwaves. 2 Iranian UAVs penetrate the outer defensive layer. At 5:26 hours, the USS Abraham Lincoln activates its final defense perimeter. 2 RIM-116 rolling airframe missiles launch from the starboard launcher. These heat-seeking interceptors accelerate to Mach 2 in under 3 seconds. The engagement happens at brutally close range 4.2 nautical miles. Impact at 5 hours 26 minutes and 18 seconds. The 11th UAV explodes 8,000 feet above the carrier deck. Burning composite materials rain into the sea. The 12th and final UAV crosses inside 2 nautical miles at 5:27 hours. The Phalanx close-in weapon system aboard the Lincoln Achiever locked. The 6-barrel 20mm Gatling cannon rotates to firing position at 5 hours 27 minutes and 9 seconds. The system unleashes 75 rounds per second. Tungsten penetrators create a wall of metal directly in the UAV's flight path at 5 hours 27 minutes and 12 seconds. The Shahed-136 disintegrates 1.1 nautical miles from the carrier. Flaming wreckage impacts the water at 5 hours 27 minutes and 19 seconds. Silence 17 minutes and 2 seconds after initial radar contact. The threat ceases to exist. 12 Iranian UAVs launched. 12 neutralized. 0 impacts on U.S. assets. 0 American casualties. The carrier strike group resumes standard defensive posture. Combat air patrols remain active. All weapon systems return to standby status, with full magazines cycled and ready. Damage assessment teams confirm complete mission success at 5:34 hours. Search and rescue helicopters deploy to mark debris fields for intelligence recovery. An MH-60S Seahawk retrieves intact guidance components from UAV number 7. Analysis will later reveal Iranian modifications to extend range and payload capacity, critical intelligence for future threat assessments. The tactical lessons were immediate and unambiguous. Layered defense architectures functioned exactly as designed. Air superiority assets eliminated 2/3 of the threat beyond visual range. Ship-based systems created overlapping kill zones that no subsonic platform could penetrate. Close-in weapons provided final assurance against leakers. The integration of sensors, shooters, and command authority operated with mechanical precision across multiple platforms and weapon systems. Strategic ramifications cascaded through the region within hours. Iranian state media remained silent for 6 hours before releasing footage of the launch, but no impact. Regional allies monitoring the engagement drew immediate conclusions about the viability of drone swarm tactics against U.S. naval power projection. 3. Gulf Cooperation Council. Nations requested expanded defense cooperation briefings within 48 hours. This engagement fundamentally reshaped adversary calculations. Regarding asymmetric maritime tactics, the Iranian investment in mass UAV production assumed that quantity could overwhelm quality. 17 minutes of combat data proved otherwise. Modern integrated air defense does not merely react, it dominates across every altitude, every range band, every phase of flight. The Strait of Hormuz remains the world's most critical energy choke. 20% of global petroleum transits these waters. The morning of this engagement, 12 Iranian UAVs attempted to challenge that reality through violence. By 5:27 hours, the challenge had been answered with absolute finality. The Persian Gulf burned with the wreckage of failed aggression. The Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group maintained its patrol station without deviation. The message required no diplomatic translation. Naval power projection does not negotiate. It demonstrates, and on this morning, the demonstration lasted exactly 17 minutes.